now with a new book that's changing the way couples approach divorce. Instead of having a contentious split, former spouses Nikki DeBartolo and Benjamin Heldfond have a new approach featured in their book, Our Happy Divorce. They are here to share their secrets, and a lot of people sure are listening. Man, I tell you, you guys, after 7 years of marriage, you decided to get divorced, but it didn't start out happily. So how did you turn the corner?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the beginning, the divorce, because it deals with romance and finance, there's so many negative feelings that we were headed down the path of a normal divorce. And then I came to a spot, and we came to a point where we took accountability. We both took accountability for our actions.
It takes two to break a marriage.
Yeah, it takes two to make it and takes two to break it. And so what we did was we came and cleaned up the wreckage of the past and apologized to each other for our parts.
Which is big.
Which is
really big.
It's one of the hardest things to apologize to your soon-to-be ex, I
and
guess.
13 years later.
The only time I've ever apologized to him.
I don't think we've apologized since.
But you guys did something. You did something very unusual. You worked this out together. You went to a Starbucks. You sat down and you worked out the divorce settlement yourself. How difficult was that?
Our lawyers didn't like us after that.
Oh, I'm sure.
For sure. I think it was relatively easy. It's like as soon as I told him I had no problem with joint custody of Asher, that was one of the biggest things that he was worried about.
And at that, after we apologized to each other, we decided to take the what's best for Asher approach, our son, a lens. So every decision we made had to be through the lens of what's best for Asher.
Right.
And that is easy, or it's simple. It doesn't mean it was easy, but it made things a lot more fluid. And you know, when it came to finances or custody or whatever, when you looked at it through that lens, it was easier. Because
so many people always say do what's best for the kids, but it's easier to say that than it is actually to do it. And you both are remarried now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Nikki, your husband, he asked Ben if it was okay for him to marry you.
Yes, and I mean, know that Ben said, "Are you crazy?"
Right. I tried to talk him out of it for sure, but there was no doing that.
But you guys have humor in all of this, too. It seems like you come to a good point, but I'm sure at times it was tough, and it's a long road to get where you are.
No question. And this was 13 years ago, and I think if you had asked us after that meeting at the coffee shop what we wanted out of it, it would have been probably just to be in the same room together without that palpable tension that you have around divorced couples, and for Asher, us to be at sporting events.
Just to like each other.
And just to like each other. And then it sort of just evolved. We faked it till we made it, and then it sort of evolved, and now we live 7 houses down from each other. We have family dinners once a week. We travel on vacations together.
All of us.
All of us. So.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a dream.
It's a dream.
It really does. And Asher's here. They're in the corner. Asher, I got to ask you a question for you. You have friends whose parents are divorced. Yes. And how does your family compare to those families?
Well, I have some friends who have divorced parents that still get along pretty well, and my friends still go back and forth between houses. But I have other friends whose parents don't get along at all, and they basically have no relationship, and they really only live at one house. But really, none of my friends have divorced families that are as crazy as ours.
The crazy, but you know what? The craziness all works. Everybody's here. Yeah. I mean, the families, the kids, everyone is here because this truly is a happy divorce, even though it takes a long time to get there. And I think this is a great book for a lot of people out there. I wish it was available for me when I went through my situation. And that book, Our Happy Divorce, is in stores right now. Make sure you go out and pick up a copy for yourself and visit our website for more co-parenting tips from these two.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.